plan and requested changes. So these things can be done in that particular tool. So I have downloaded one tool, so we'll go for that. So how to build the WBS, that work breakdown structure. So these are the, we can call it the guidelines by using tools how to create the work breakdown structure. Begin with charter focusing on objective and deliverables. Break the main product down into sub-products. Set the structure too much how you will manage the project. Lowest level, not too detailed, not too large. Is there a need for integration? Identify support activities. Check for completeness. Is all the effort included? Develop coding structure if needed. Assign the work package. This is the instructions. Pitfalls. Some pitfalls may be there, some lacunas may be there. There are common pitfalls to creating work breakdown structure. If you can keep these few possible, you and your team will be much more successful at creating useful and accurate breakdown structure. Level of work package detail. Deliverables not activate or task. WBS is not plan or schedule. WBS update requires change control. WBS is not an organization hierarchy. So this is the one of the important thing. It is not organization hierarchy. It is the work schedule or work breakdown. So following few reasons for creating WBS. So we will not go for this. We will go to direct this. Construction of WBS. How to construct the work breakdown structure. Up till now we have studied it is how it works, how it gives the things related to cost, time, and deliverables like this. But how to make this construction, how to make that a particular chart, construction of WBS. Identify the main deliverables of the project is the starting point of the driving a work breakdown structure. So you have to find out the main point of the project first. The importance step is usually done by the project manager and the subject matter expert. So who is the expert in that project management? That person and manager should involve, it should be there. They should think about the project. They should thought about the major starting point of the project. One step, once this step is completed, the matter experts start breaking down into high level task into smaller chunks of the work. So subject matter expert, that subject expert should be there. You can call it as the expert team is there always. Manager is different part and expert team is different part. Expert team always helps to manager about uh, project things, and that expert team or expert should divide the main project into that high level or more big project into small chunks, all small work. In the progress of breaking down the task, one can break them down into different levels of details. One can detail the high level task into 10 subtasks, with another can detail with some high level task into 20 subtasks. This is the person depend, whether that subject expert team is there. Based on that team, main task can be divided into 10 subtasks or 20 subtasks or one subtask. That is depending upon that subject matter and manager and that project team which is involved. Okay, so this is the things. Then while doing this, the goal should be constant. Goal should not be changes. Okay, giving the visibility to important efforts, giving the visibility to risky work, illustrate the correlation between activities and deliverables, show clear ownership by task leader. So suppose you are giving the task to one of your subordinate, go and look at the foundation work of all building. You are suppose your project is there of that building consists of 15 flat, etc. And you require to more foundation work. And one task is given to that leader that yes, you are the foundation in charge. You go and check the foundation whether it is completed or not, or what is the problem, up to what level it is completed, etc. So that person should feel that yes, this is my task. I should look at the foundation. Is it right? So what is the correlation between activities and deliverables? So foundation work is activity or it is deliverables? It can be it can be given to the customer only foundation work, or foundation is the one of the activity of the building. So we have to think between this. Okay. So generally activities are more, and whatever the deliverables are there, these are the small shorts are there. So generally, building is completed. That is one deliverable. Then you have added lift. That is second point of delivery. Then parking area is more third point of delivery. So that is the deliverable things which can be added features in your cab. But foundation wall is completed. That is activity. Column and beam structure is completed. That is activity. Side walls are completed. That is activity. Slab is get completed. First slab completed activity. Second slab completed activity. First floor completed activity. Piping completed activity. Uh, Plastering completed activity. Is it right? So we should. That's why illustrate means we have to define which are the deliverables and which are the activities, and our focus should be completing the activity. Then second point is they're giving visibility to risky work efforts. So what are the risky work efforts are there? What are the risky points are there? Again, if large building is there, suppose six or floor building is there. चार चार मजल्याची किंवा पाच मजल्याची भिंत आहे मग बिल्डिंग झाली आहे आणि त्या बिल्डिंग वरती तुम्हाला बाहेर गिलावा वगैरे करायचं जे वर्कर तिथे जाणार आहे so that may be risky while doing that plaster that worker may fall down etc. So we have to give proper visibility, proper necessary equipment to that worker so that he should not fall, he should stand there, he should confirm the thing, and giving visibility to important work effort, which is the important work effort. So what is the important task in that building or in the construction point of view? You should always give the good visibility to that particular thing. So these are the goals of the work breakdown structure. Generally, most of the time, people are making confusion in between these two things only. That is activity and deliverables. So deliverables are the things which can be handed over to the customer, and activities are the things which can be completed to complete the project. This is related to work breakdown structure. Okay, so we will move to our uh, main slide. Okay, so this is the this particular thing we have just discussing. Is it right? So we will go to the next. That is the time management. Okay, project time management. This is another task which is related to breakdown structure also, and which is the separate also is important one. Project time management ensures timely completion of the project. So suppose 1 year. That's why I told you example of class lecture before at the starting of this lecture also. If the task is given to you that in 1 year you should complete the project, 23rd June 2020 you have started the project, and 23rd June 21 if you want you have to complete the project. You are having 360 days in your hand. How to utilize that 360 days, that 365 days? It is based on you only. So you, as a manager, you should provide the proper schedule, define the activities, make the sequence of activities. So that is the important part, which is also comes into the work breakdown structure. But work breakdown structure is we can call it as the common structure, which includes everything: time, cost, activities, deliverables, milestones, etc. And here we are considering these particular points as a separate. So in time management, what is the important parts are there? First, plan the schedule management. Your schedule must be fixed. How many days are required for which activities, etc. Then define the activities. Right now we are talking about that activities only. So activities and deliverables are different things. So we have to define our activities, which activities are important, and the sequence of activities also important. So if you are going for construction work, building construction, then foundation is the first activity. For foundation, first activity is the location. Check the location, check the level of that sand, particular whatever the ground is there. If that ground is not in proper condition, then make it flat. Is it right? Then make the design, foundation design, etc. Make the steelwork design. Then take the pits at required position. Unless and until you take the pits, if pile is there, how many piles are required, at what level the piles are required, etc. So you can go for that first designing the things. Okay, defining the things, defining these activities, pit generation, pile generation, the steel work generation. These are the small activities, but activities are dependent on each other. Is it right? If steel structure is there ready, म्हणजे तुम्ही ते स्टीलचे स्ट्रक्चर तयार केले बाइंडिंग वायर वगैरे वापरून मान्य, पण ते ठेवायला किंवा ते जमिनीत ठेवायला तुम्ही खड्डेच खाल्लेले नाही. So here you can keep. It should not be keep on the ground. Is it right? Foundation cannot be started on the ground. It should be below some level. It should be started in pit. So that activity should be conducted before this. So steel structure is prepared early and then starting the pitting and digging the pits. It is different thing. That activities are mismatched. So you can check which simultaneous activities can be carried out. So digging of the pit is activity. It can be started at the same time. We can start at this side the steel work of framing, the steel framing. Once the digging is completed, steel framing is also completed. Take the steel frames and put into the that pits and fill up with the concrete. So immediately your task will get completed. So like this simultaneous activities are there. So define the activities and sequencing of the activities is very important. And based on these activities only, defining the activities, sequencing of the activities. Our next point is there, that is the network, a project network, how to draw the network. So this network is totally based on this activity and sequence of the activity. Sometimes that activity A is required to complete. Otherwise, activity B will not be get completed. Is it right? Sometimes activity A and B should be completed so that activity C can be start. So such a thing is maybe there. Is it right? So that is the one of the important point is there. So we have to find out that sequence which should be proper thing. Then estimate activity resource. For which activity what resource is required. Foundation steel is required, concrete is required, then sand is required, is it right? Stones are required. So everything that resource should be ready at that activity. Otherwise, your pits are ready, your steel work is ready, but you are not having cement. Is it right? Cement is the resource which is you completed that activity. So that estimate how many bags of cement are required, whether that is available or not, etc. So that estimate the activity resources. Estimate the activity duration. Duration is also important for that foundation work. How many time is required? How many days are required? You should define that thing. Okay, 7 days are required, 10 days are required, 15 days are required, 20 days are required, 1 month is required. How many days are required to complete that activity? And in that given time, in that given month, whether that activity gets completed or not. So that is the important part, that activity duration. Then develop the schedule. Okay, so that suppose foundation work for that you have given 30 days. In that also you have to prepare the micro schedule. Okay, so that is called development of schedule. Like digging, pit creation 2 days, steel work 2 days, fixing the steel work in the dig 1 day, cleaning with concrete 1 day, giving solidification time through concrete 5 days. So like this, that 30 days micro schedule should be required, and control the schedule and complete the work according to that only. There should not be delay otherwise. Because of that, one of the delay in one of the task, one of the activity, whole project can be delayed. Okay, so this is the 7 steps in network building in consideration with time. Identify project objective. First, main phases, the WBS. Okay, identify project objective, POS. Uh, List the main phases, that is WBS, verbatim structure. Build initial project schedule. So from this point, our activities, activity things are started. Is it right? So from this particular point, build initial project schedule. So how to build the project initial project schedule? Okay, so this is already I told you how to build the initial project schedule. Okay, then next one is the this is the initial project schedule. Then next one is the sequence and estimation duration. This is again important task. Sequence and estimation duration. So you have to go for sequence of activity. Which activity should be carried out first, which activity should be carried out last, etc. That is the important task. Then simultaneously after this go for resource allocation. Already we discussed it. Resource allocation is an important task because of resources your task may be get delayed. So such things should not be there. Okay, and in work breakdown structure already activities and days are coming. So we'll take that thing, but that activity should be of broader. If you are given just a foundation work at 7 days, but that micro level activities you should plan here. Okay, add lower level details required. If anything is required for that, you can add here. Otherwise, go to the next, optimize the schedule. So you can fit the schedule proper way. That means if foundation work required 30 days, your schedule should be fit in the 29 days or 28 days. 1 or 2 days should be, we can call it as the backup days. It should be required. It should not like that total schedule is of 30 days and in micro schedule you can given 33 days time. Is it right? So that is the not the thing to optimize the schedule. Okay, then revise the schedule if required. If plan is okay, then go for baseline decided. What is the baseline is decided, according to that start the work. So generally this is called the flow chart of the network building. And whatever the next point is there, network CPM may be there, PERT may be there. In that, based on this activity, we have to find out the network. Yes, A is completed, then B is completed, C is completed, or D is completed, like this. Okay, this is related to little bit project management. Then this is again related to time management flow chart. Then we will go to the next. Okay, so what is there? The next one. This is the project management related thing. What is this? Schedule once finalized, it is set as a baseline. Once by considering revising things are there, once schedule is there, it should be finalized one. It should not be changed for every 1 or 2 days, etc. It should be finalized. Process of work are tracked against the baseline. Baseline जर दिलेली असेल 2 दिवसात झालं पाहिजे, 2 दिवसात झालं पाहिजे. You have to track this work schedule against the baseline. That baseline is foundation work should be completed in 30 days. This is your baseline. So process of that work, foundation work, you should track against that baseline 30 days. Where I am 30 days, 2 days how this much work is completed. Whether remaining work is completed in 28 days or not. If not, speed up. What is remaining? What is the way lagging is there? Find out that lagging. Current progress is arrived from the various trackers like engineering, process, manufacturing, construction, etc. developed for the purpose. These schedules are called current schedules. Okay, current schedule, that is today's schedule, what today's task is there, etc. Analyze and forecasting is done in the progress report. So if there is